friends, I'm Walker and welcome back to All About Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish. Today I'm going to walk through what I wore in April. April was a quick month, I feel like. Went by faster than March did, for sure. I think, things in a weird way started to feel a little bit more normal. Like we got into new routines that were different from our old routines, but yeah, things are feeling a little bit more normal. Not that I'm eager to stay in this mode for much longer by any means, but things did feel a little bit more normal, so I'm feeling really grateful for that. In terms of what I wore on my nails, it was an interesting month because the only person who saw me was my husband, and then all my colleagues who I, am on Zoom calls with, but you can't really see nail polish when you're Zooming, so I don't know. I'm not gonna, overthink what I'm wearing these days, which was fun. I just kind of wore whatever I wanted to, which is what I usually do, but it was just interesting to know that no one was gonna see it. It really cemented for me the fact that, this is something I do because I like to do it and it makes me feel good. I don't do it for other people. I know that other people, really love when people comment on it or see their polish, and so that's awesome. But it really cemented for me just why I like to do this. Okay, let's dive in and chat about what I wore. So right at the end of March, I had filmed my spring favorites video, and so I just had all those polishes top of mind, and so there are a couple of them in here because they're ones that I hadn't worn yet this year, but I was really excited to wear. So the first one is Palette Polish Butter. I adore this. This is one of my probably, I would say, 3 favorite yellows in the world. This one has definite strong orangey tones. It's a little bit creamier, and I really love this one. It's very light and delicate, but again has that warmth and creaminess that I just really enjoy. I do wear this one in 3 coats. It has a little bit of a trickier formula, but it's a yellow. They just tend to have that formula, unfortunately. And this one, it's not hard to work with, but you are going to want to do 3 thin coats is my personal take on this polish. I know that Palette Polish has been kind of switching out some of their colors, and this one, to my knowledge, is still available, and I really hope that it stays available because it is such a good yellow. It's so good. All right, and then I wore Cirque Colors Hiline. Again, just another polish that I love. It's so fun to come back to these polishes that I wore last year that I'm excited to wear again. It's always, I don't know, it's fun. It's really fun. Hiline is right between blue and purple. I actually got this one last year because I thought it might be a dupe for Kale Polish Dream Boy. It's not. It's much richer and deeper and a bit more purple than Dream Boy. Dream Boy has more of that kind of whiteness to it, I would say. But I adore this polish so much. Also, I feel like adore is my new word. I feel like I've been saying it all the time in these videos especially, so forgive me if you're sick of that word, but I do adore this polish. It's really nice. This one I think has a really good formula. It's not chalky like some of those kind of lighter blues can be, and so this one I wear in 2 coats, and I love it. Hiline. So good. Okay, and then I was really feeling these purpley blue polishes. There's a lot of purples and blues this month. I wore Orly's Spirit Junkie. This is from last year's spring collection. Yeah, last year's spring collection. This one is a very blue-based purple with a little bit of a purple, violet flash in here. And I was kind of disappointed because this one actually, I really didn't see that flash at all. And I remember that from when I swatched it. I knew that was the truth, but I just hoped that I would catch it on my nails. I think April in Massachusetts was one of the coldest Aprils on record. Every other month this winter was one of the warmest on record, but April was one of the coldest. And so I think maybe I just didn't get it in the sun. I don't know. It really didn't rock my boat. I wanted that shimmer to just be 25% more, just a little bit more. I don't mind polishes with a subtle shimmer when you get that kind of sheeniness on your nails. You get that it's glowing a little bit even if you can't see the shimmer itself. But I feel like I really didn't even get that with this. I just got a purple cream, which is fine, but I was looking for something a little bit different. So this one was fine. It was not my favorite. I do think that my swatch photo probably shows that shimmer a little bit more, slightly more than you see it in real life, and my swatch photo is not very shimmery, so, do that math in your head the way you want to. Alright, another favorite. This one is Zoya's Perrie. Oh, such a good polish. I grabbed this one because Allie from, she just changed her channel name. It's Penny's, and something, I'll put her down below, but it's one of her favorites, and she was one of the first people that I watched when I started watching videos about Zoya, and she just, you know, seemed like she was having so much fun making videos. She was like definitely one of the people that encouraged me. She didn't directly encourage me, but I felt encouraged by watching her videos to start my own channel. So I love this one. She really enjoys it. It is similar to rhododendron, but perrie is a little bit more pink. So my rhododendron is a little bit more purple. I think you can have them both because I love these colors personally. This one is almost even like a touch dusty, which I didn't think I really caught until I did that comparison. But perrie is so good. I wear it in 2 coats. It's great. It's a good one. All right, and then I had to wear Haruko. This is probably one of my top 10 Zoyas ever. I don't know. I've made like my go-to Zoyas video a couple years ago, so I'll put it up here if you want to see it. I should remake that video because I do feel like my list has changed a little bit, especially because they've released, you know, so many new colors in the last 2 years, as they do. But Haruko is definitely one of my top favorites. I love this polish because it does have that shimmer in it. It's I would call this one a lilac, like it's definitely a pinky purple, and then it has that beautiful like blue-violet shift. And on the nails, you know, in some lights you really see the violet, you really see the blue, you see that shimmer, but it really is just a shift. You just like get a subtle kind of change in color, and this one I think works really, really well. I know that a lot of people want it to be stronger in here, I totally get that, but I think that for what this polish is trying to do, I think it does it really well. I feel like I could do a whole 10-minute video on the reasons why I love this polish because it's just perfect. It's so good. It's so good. I will say I do wear Haruko in 3 coats. It is a little bit thinner, I think, because of that shimmer, so I wear this one in 3 coats. All right, and then I wore Zoya's blue. This is another classic spring color, although I think some people wear this in the summer and the winter. It's like, you know, you can wear blues any time of year, in my personal opinion. This one has a formula that for me gets opaque in 2 coats. It is a little bit chalky, maybe is the right word, which I think a lot of colors like this are for sure. So I do 2 coats, and I kind of have to, you know, make that first coat go on really smoothly. But this one, it just makes me so happy to wear it. It's like so clean. Like I literally think I said to my husband 100 times, oh, isn't this beautiful? It's so clean. It's just like, you get beautiful lines. It contrasts, you know, with my skin, it just like pops off. I think it would with almost anyone's skin tone probably. And it just looks so fresh. It's like, it's beautiful. And I've been wearing, you know, a lot of polishes that weren't super white based, and then I put this one on and I was like, yes, this is like, I felt like I was home. Like, this is for me. This is my favorite thing. It looks so good. I did feel like it was time to mix it up after that, and I had a polish that I had been hoping to wear in March. I didn't get it worn in March, and so I really wanted to wear it in April, and that is Paint & Polish by Lexi's Shake Your Shamrocks. This is a recent release. I think I bought it in February. This is the first time I've ever bought from this brand. I think I had bought 1 or 2 in a D-stash maybe, but this was the first time that I had bought from the brand directly. They released a couple, you know, polishes in this kind of color family for St. Patrick's Day, and I had to pick it up. This is a scatter holographic, I would say, and it's a very creamy base. This one is so good. Like the holographic in here, it just pops off your nails. In no matter what lighting you're in, it's really, really good. I like this one a lot. And the base color is probably my favorite color in the entire world. It's just so good. It's so beautiful. So I wore this one. I think I wore it for like 3 days. The only thing I will say about this polish that I noticed is that I think maybe just because the glitter's in here, my top coat kind of got dull really fast. And I would say that it could have been the top coat, but I think I wore it with my Pacifica top coat, which I wear all the time. I use that one all the time. So I do think that maybe I had to reapply a top coat after like day 2 of my mani. And so I would say, you know, maybe just because of the glitter in here or something, I don't know. I did feel like I had to go back in and reapply. It didn't dry super glossy, so maybe it just like wasn't contributing to the glossiness. I don't really know how that works, but that's the only thing I would say about this polish. I didn't mind that. I also don't wear my manicures for a super long time, and so it wasn't a big deal for me on day 2 to put another top coat on because I just took it off the next day anyways, so not a big deal, but just thought I'd mention it. Okay, and then I wore Zoya's Wednesday. Again, like such a good polish. Isn't it fun to come back to your friends that you've known and loved for so long? Wednesday is a beautiful, like muted out turquoise. I have done a comparison of this one and others like Celia and Talia from Zoya, Bevan. I love this one. It's dusty enough that it's not like in my face, but it's still interesting and beautiful and creamy. I really adore this one. There we go again. Okay. I'm gonna try not to say it the rest of this video. Wednesday's really nice. I wear it in 2 coats. I think you could probably even get it opaque in 1 coat, or I mean now that I've had it for as long as I've had it, but I really like this one. Okay, and then I think this one is actually an untried Zoya for me. I think I had swatched it when I did my purple comparisons, but I don't know if I've worn it. I didn't remember wearing it. I don't know, I can't remember. But Abby, this is Abby. It's beautiful. It's a very delicate purple. It's like very white based, you know, which I mean, I like those colors. And it is cool and warm at the same time. It's really delicate and really lovely. I did wear this one in 3 coats. The formula was a little bit trickier to work with. I think just because it's a lighter color. I mean, it wasn't tricky to work with, but it was not like Wednesday, which is just like opaque in, you know, 1 sweep. But this one it was really nice. I think I remembered the formula being trickier than it was. I will say that. So it wasn't like impossible to work with. I think I remembered it being very hard to work with, which is maybe why I hadn't worn it. But it was not as hard as I had made it out in my head. Sorry. I feel like that didn't make any sense. But hopefully that, you know, gives you a sense of what it is like. I loved wearing it. I thought it was a beautiful color. I thought it was an absolutely stunning polish to be wearing, and I think I wore this one for 4 days. Yeah, or maybe 3. Like I put it on midday Sunday, and I'm pretty sure I wore it until Wednesday night. So this one was good. I wore it a lot. Okay, and then the last polish that I wore in April was Orly's On Your Wavelength. This one I had pulled out because I thought it was a good dupe for one of the polishes in the OPI collection that I did my little like, you know, swaps, vegan and cruelty-free swaps for, so I'll put that video up above if you want to go see that one. But I really adore this polish. I did it. I thought I was going to go the rest of the video without saying it, but I didn't. Oh well. It is blue with a little bit of green, like just a kiss of green, so I would say this is like a very light minty polish. It's not like bright and bold mint, it's like a little bit muted out. It had a pretty good formula. I wore it in 2 coats, and you know, I might have needed to do a 3rd if I didn't do my 2nd coat a little bit thicker. So you might need 3 coats on this one, but I did it in 2 coats. I like this polish. I was reminded just how wide the Orly brush is. It is so wide. It is like twice the width of my pinky. Their new brush is a lot narrower while still being wide, and it's really nice. It's like kind of the perfect width for me, but this one is just so wide. I forgot. I really like this polish. I also put this polish on while I was on a little Zoom hangout with Janine from Schmalish? Janine, I'm sorry if I just butchered that. But she's on Instagram. I'll link her down below. She's probably the only person from this universe that I actually know in real life too. And so it was fun to hang out with her and chat and catch up. And we painted our nails together. She put on Zoya's Terra. And it was a blast. It's like been really fun to find ways to connect with people in this time that like we could have been doing that for, you know, a year, but we haven't. And I just feel like this kind of time right now is like forcing us to think about how to build connection with people in new ways. And I don't know. I'm like focusing on that as a really positive point. So anyways, Orly's On Your Wavelength. I wore this for only about 24 hours, but it was the last polish that I wore in April. Alright, so that's what I wore. As far as my stats, I have worn 50% Zoya this year. So exactly half of what I've worn has been Zoya, which makes sense, feels right. They are my favorite brand. And I just, yeah, they have something for every day, honestly. Like you could just wear Zoya and probably be fine. But I, as far as colors go, have worn an equal number of greens and blues. I think I've worn 12 of each. And then I've worn slightly fewer purples, like I've worn 9 purples. So those are, you know, fairly evenly distributed, which feels right. I'm not surprised that that is what's happening. And I think I'm at about 54% cream, so I'm a little more creams than I am other finishes. Shimmers is second with like 22%, and then holographic is after that with like 18%. So cream is definitely taking the lead, which is not surprising. I feel like this data is just reinforcing what I already knew about my own habits. Okay, the other fun piece of information that I have is that after April, so it's about a third of the year, right? January, February, March, April. After 1/3 of the year, I have worn 49 polishes, which means that I'm probably on track to wear like 150 polishes this year, which feels, I don't know, that feels pretty good. Like that's, you know, like one every between 2 and 3 days, which feels good. I mean, I definitely have more than 150 polishes in my collection, so that means a lot of my polishes are going unworn. And so I'm really curious at the end of the year to just see like what my trend is over the course of the year. And I'm not sure, but I'm predicting that it's going to make me think a little bit about my collection. So I'm feeling really excited about capturing all this data, and I'm, yeah, happy to share it with you. Okay, awesome. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you wore in April. Did we have any overlap? A lot of these polishes I know are very popular in the world, so I'd love to hear if we wore anything the same. Awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next one.